My name's Taylor Holcomb.
I'm Erin Holcomb.
We've been married for almost 14 years.
My name's Dan Williams, and this is my wife, Taylor Williams.
I'm Catherine Howell,
David Howell,
and we've been married almost
13 and a half years.
14 in June.
You know, we've been married for 13 or 14 years, and like even in my profession, we have continuing education requirements. And so why would we not have the same thing on our marriage? Because we got married a long time ago, and a lot's changed since we got married. We have 3 kids now, and I was excited to view it as a chance for us to just totally reset and just have a great, strong foundation for our marriage going forward.
One thing that interested me the most in the Reengage ministry was having structured, allocated time during the week to work on our marriage.
So after the first night, it felt like, oh, this is going to be a really good thing for us. And we'll not only enjoy it from the things that we gain from it, but even just a night together without our kids to work on ourselves and each other. So.
Yeah, I think the format is really powerful. So you start in a large group with everyone, and you get a bit of time of just being social and getting to know everyone, but also then you get a quick preview of what the lesson is, and then you split up into small groups.
I really like the small groups that we broke into after the large group. It was neat because there's a lot of generations. There's new marriages, there's old marriages. You're learning from both sides, and you're also reconnecting with people who might be in your church or community, and it's a way to encourage and be encouraged by others. It's really helpful because it also, you talk through the questions. You talk through them as a couple, but you talk through them in a small group too. And I think it really helps us learn how other marriages might have struggled similarly or have overcome something or just relate and rejoice together.
I think it's good to glean on the wisdom from young marriages and older marriages and help to reinforce some of those ideas and to recenter yourself on the purpose of marriage and the importance of all of the good aspects in marriage, of communication, to recenter with Christ and recenter with your spouse in a relationship. And that was what was so good about it, is we had our purposeful, intentional activities every week that we went home with, that we talked through and worked on together, and had fun when we came through the meeting, sharing those things and laughed and enjoyed it.
Yeah, there's definitely a nice mix of kind of the social aspect and working on our relationship, but also creating and forging new ones. And so, in fact, even today, we saw people that we are now close with because of Reengage, and it was cool to really be able to glean some wisdom from them and some life experience for us, certainly.
I think it's good that we now have the vocabulary and the terminology that we both, we speak the same language about some things that gave us those words and things. Continuing on in our marriage now, there's a level of new, even affection, I would say, when the people that we went in the small group with.
The cool thing is, as you work through the Reengage program with those couples, it's 13 or 14 weeks long. Not only are you getting to know those couples better, but you're getting to know Christ better too. And there's something really powerful about that foundation that lasts even after Reengage is over. I think the nice thing about Reengage is that it could really be for anyone. And maybe your marriage is good, but if you're in that marriage and you're truly committed to it, why not make it great? I think it's also great for couples who are more in crisis as well. When you focus in, one of the first lessons in Reengage is to admit and understand that you're part of the problem. It's not always your spouse that's part of the problem. And I think even that foundation and framework helps even in arguments or disagreements. When you can admit that and you know that completely changes an argument, and it completely changes a marriage. And so I'd say Reengage is super practical in providing a framework for a couple to be super intentional in their marriage.
We did Reengage, and now we're having another baby. So, yeah.